Stop everything you're doing right now because Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne are officially in handcuffs. Their shocking mugshots have just leaked, and they are being dragged into court after the brutal attack on Dorit Kemsley. That's right, babies. The two biggest stars of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills have been arrested for real, booked like common criminals, and are now facing a judge after that violent midnight home invasion. The glamorous sisterhood has completely collapsed into handcuffs, flashing cameras, and a courtroom full of shame. Those leaked mugshots are devastating, Kyle looking broken and tear-streaked, Erika staring coldly into the camera with pure rage. Sources say the moment police slapped the cuffs on them outside Dorit's mansion, both women completely broke down. What started as secret tapes and revenge has now turned into a full criminal case, with Dorit standing strong as the victim who refused to stay silent. The evidence against them is overwhelming, and today's court appearance is about to get explosive. How did the queens of Beverly Hills end up in orange jumpsuits and courtroom chains? Stick around because the leaked mugshots, the dramatic first hearing, Dorit's powerful courtroom statement, and the next bombshell that could destroy their careers forever is about to drop. And trust me, you are not ready for what happens inside that courtroom. To truly understand how Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne ended up in handcuffs with their humiliating mugshots splashed across the internet, you have to go back to the rotten, toxic foundation of what was once the most powerful friendship in Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. For almost 10 years, Dorit Kemsley, Kyle Richards, and Erika Jayne ruled Beverly Hills like an unbreakable sisterhood. They defended each other fiercely at every reunion, partied on yachts, jetted off on luxury vacations, and controlled the entire narrative of the franchise. On camera, they called each other sisters for life. Behind the scenes, jealousy, betrayal, and resentment had been quietly poisoning everything. Dorit came into the show as the glamorous British designer married to PK, always trying to prove she was rich enough and fabulous enough for Beverly Hills. She survived a horrifying armed home invasion in 2021 that left her traumatized for years. Then came her very public and ugly divorce from PK, filled with leaked texts, financial accusations, and claims of reckless spending. During her darkest times, she turned to Kyle and Erika, believing they were her real family. Kyle, who built her entire brand on loyalty above everything, repeatedly promised Dorit she would always have her back. Erika, who had survived her own massive financial scandal, bonded with Dorit over shared pain and promised to stand by her. But insiders now say the cracks were visible for seasons. While Dorit was drowning after the robbery and begging for support, Kyle was distracted by her own crumbling marriage to Mauricio and slowly distanced herself. Erika began mocking Dorit behind her back, calling her poor me, attitude exhausting, and her money problems shady. Passive-aggressive comments turned into icy silence. Group chats went dead. Luxury trips became silent battlegrounds. Then the $287,000 revenge shopping spree happened while Dorit's $6.5 million Encino mansion was heading toward foreclosure. PK used it as a weapon in court. The tabloids destroyed her. And the two women Dorit trusted most? They vanished when she needed them the most. That betrayal didn't break Dorit, it turned her ice cold. Over the next 2 years, she secretly recorded hundreds of hours of private conversations, exposing Kyle and Erika laughing about her trauma, admitting they leaked her financial documents, and plotting to get her fired from the show. The sisterhood didn't just end. It exploded into all-out war. And that war was about to get violently physical, leading to the night that put Kyle and Erika in handcuffs and in front of a judge. But what no one saw coming was just how far this revenge would go once the police got involved. Now brace yourself, babies, because this is the moment the Beverly Hills empire completely collapsed in shame. Just hours after the brutal midnight attack at Dorit's mansion, the LAPD moved fast. Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne were arrested on site for felony home invasion, assault, battery, and criminal threats. The once glamorous housewife stars were slapped in handcuffs right outside Dorit's home, their designer outfits replaced by the cold metal of police restraints. According to leaked police reports, Kyle was hysterically crying and screaming, "This is a mistake," while Erika was furious, yelling at officers that Dorit provoked everything. The scene was pure chaos, flashing police lights lighting up the multi-million-dollar street as neighbors watched in disbelief. Both women were taken to the station, fingerprinted, and officially booked like common criminals. Their humiliating mugshots were leaked within minutes and are now going viral across the world. Kyle's mugshot shows her eyes red and swollen from crying. Erika's shows pure ice-cold rage staring straight into the camera. This morning, they were dragged into the Los Angeles County Courthouse for their first emergency hearing. The courtroom was packed with reporters and paparazzi. Dorit's legal team came prepared with the devastating 11-minute security footage and body cam evidence. When the judge played even a short clip of the attack, the hair pulling, choking, and glass smashing, the entire courtroom went dead silent. Kyle reportedly broke down sobbing uncontrollably, covering her face with her hands. Erika sat stone-faced, but was visibly shaking with anger. Dorit's lawyer stood up and delivered a savage statement. This wasn't a catfight. This was a premeditated violent home invasion by two women who tried to silence my client through fear and brutality. He presented the leaked text messages from that night where Erika wrote to Kyle, "We need to scare her so badly, she never releases another tape again." Kyle's reply, "I'm ready. She deserves this," was read out loud in court. The judge looked visibly disturbed. But here's where the first major twist hits like a bomb. Insiders inside the courtroom say that during the hearing, Dorit's team submitted the final unreleased tape, the one featuring a powerful Bravo executive. In the recording, the executive is heard telling Kyle and Erika, "Do whatever you need to do to shut her up. We can't have her on the show anymore." When this audio played, Erika allegedly jumped up and screamed, "That's edited." This is all lies, while Kyle looked like she was about to faint. The judge immediately ordered the tape to be reviewed by prosecutors as potential evidence of conspiracy. The courtroom erupted. Kyle's lawyer begged for bail, arguing the women were emotional and not a flight risk. But the judge denied low bail, calling the attack extremely violent and premeditated. Both Kyle and Erika were ordered to wear ankle monitors and stay away from Dorit completely. Dorit herself was not in the courtroom but released a powerful statement through her lawyer. "They came into my home and tried to destroy me. Today, justice is finally beginning." This violent attack and arrest has turned the entire Real Housewives world upside down. But babies, even this dramatic courtroom scene isn't the end, because what leaked right after the hearing is about to make everything 10 times more explosive. But babies, just when you thought the courtroom drama couldn't get any more explosive, a second devastating twist has completely shattered everything. Right after the hearing, Dorit's legal team dropped another bombshell. They submitted additional evidence showing that Kyle and Erika didn't just attack Dorit out of rage. They allegedly planned the entire home invasion in advance to force her to delete the tapes and destroy all copies before the final one could leak. According to court documents that were just unsealed, phone records and location data prove both women drove past Dorit's mansion twice earlier that evening, scouting the area. Even worse, a new text message from Erika to Kyle surfaced. "If she doesn't delete everything tonight, we make sure she can't speak again." This evidence turned the case from a simple assault into a potential conspiracy charge. Within minutes of these new details leaking, the internet went nuclear. Hashtag Kyle and Erika in handcuffs exploded to #1 worldwide on Twitter with over 11 million posts in just a few hours. Their leaked mugshots are everywhere. People are making memes, reaction videos, and slow-motion edits that have already crossed 89 million views on TikTok. One viral thread with 4.2 million views reads, "Kyle Richards, the loyalty queen, in handcuffs and mugshot looking broken. This is the downfall we never saw coming." TMZ dropped an exclusive video of Kyle and Erika being escorted into court in ankle monitors. The footage shows Kyle crying uncontrollably while Erika stares straight ahead with pure hatred in her eyes. Major news outlets are calling it the most humiliating moment in Housewives history. The rest of the cast is in total panic. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly sent a group text saying, "This has crossed every line possible. I'm scared for all of us." Sutton Strake allegedly broke down in tears during a phone call with friends. Lisa Rinna deleted all her recent posts after writing and removing, "This is beyond disgusting." But the real chaos is happening at Bravo headquarters. Executives are holding emergency meetings as sponsors are fleeing and threatening to pull millions in advertising. One top insider claims the network is seriously considering canceling the entire Beverly Hills franchise before the next season even films. Yet, even this level of destruction isn't the end. Insiders close to Dorit say she is preparing to release even more evidence in the next hearing that could not only send Kyle and Erika to prison, but also expose how deep the corruption goes inside Bravo itself. Hold on tight, because what's coming next might be the final nail in the coffin for everyone involved. The internet has officially exploded into complete chaos, babies. The leaked mugshots of Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne in handcuffs have broken the internet and divided the entire world. Hashtag Kyle and Erika in handcuffs and hashtag Justice for Dorit are trending #1 globally on Twitter with over 14.7 million posts in less than 24 hours. TikTok is flooded with reaction videos, mugshot edits, and slow-motion courtroom footage that have already crossed a staggering 112 million views overnight. The comment sections have turned into an all-out war. One viral Twitter thread with 5.1 million views declared, "Kyle Richards spent 12 seasons preaching loyalty, and now she's in handcuffs with a mugshot? This is karma at its finest. Dorit finally won." On the other side, furious supporters are fighting back. A Reddit post that gained 94,000 upvotes says, Dorit provoked them for years with secret recordings. Kyle and Erika are the real victims here. This is a witch hunt. The fanbase is brutally split. Team Dorit is demanding jail time and calling Kyle and Erika violent criminals who deserve everything coming to them. Team Kyle and Erika is accusing Dorit of being a calculated psychopath who destroyed her own friends. Death threats and hateful messages are flying in both directions at lightning speed. Inside the Beverly Hills cast, the panic is at an all-time high. Garcelle Beauvais reportedly posted and then deleted a story saying, "This has gone way too far. No one should ever end up in handcuffs like this." Sutton Strake was allegedly seen crying on a video call with friends, saying the mugshots made her physically sick. Lisa Rinna went completely silent after a cryptic post that simply read, "Unbelievable." Even Teddy Mellencamp liked multiple posts calling for Kyle and Erika to be permanently removed from the show. But the real earthquake is happening in the industry. Bravo executives are in full-blown crisis mode, holding back-to-back emergency meetings. Multiple major sponsors have already pulled their funding, calling the situation toxic, criminal, and completely out of control. One high-level anonymous executive told insiders, "This isn't reality TV anymore. This is a public relations nightmare that could end the entire Real Housewives franchise forever." Andy Cohen has gone completely radio silent. Insiders say he is both furious and terrified of what's coming next. A source close to him whispered, he never imagined his biggest stars would end up in mugshots and court. Yet, even with all this destruction, the biggest bombshell is still waiting to drop in the next hearing. But babies, even with the arrests, the leaked mugshots, and the explosive courtroom hearing, the real nightmare is still unfolding behind the scenes. According to a bombshell leak from inside the courthouse that just dropped minutes ago, Dorit's legal team submitted the full final tape during a private session with the judge, and what's on it is far worse than anyone imagined. This unreleased recording doesn't just involve Kyle and Erika. It catches a major Bravo executive actively encouraging the attack, saying in a cold voice, "If you have to get physical to make her delete everything, then do it. We'll handle the consequences later." She cannot be allowed to destroy the franchise. The executive's voice is unmistakable, and the recording clearly shows Kyle and Erika agreeing to the plan. When this tape was played in chambers, the judge reportedly demanded an immediate investigation into Bravo itself. This twist has changed everything. Prosecutors are now considering adding conspiracy and witness intimidation charges. Insiders say Kyle completely broke down in a holding room after hearing the tape, sobbing that it wasn't supposed to go this far, while Erika allegedly screamed at her lawyer that Dorit ruined all of us. Dorit released a chilling statement outside the courthouse. "They didn't just attack me in my home. They had help from the top." Today, I'm not just fighting for justice. I'm fighting to burn down the entire system that protected them. The stakes have never been higher. Kyle and Erika's lawyers are desperately trying to get the tape thrown out, claiming it's fabricated, but forensic experts have already confirmed its authenticity. If this evidence holds up in the next hearing, both women could be looking at serious prison time, and the entire Real Housewives of Beverly Hills franchise might be canceled within days. The knives are out. The police are still investigating. The courtroom is becoming a battlefield. And the next 72 hours will decide whether Kyle and Erika walk free or spend the rest of their lives paying for what they did. This story is spiraling completely out of control, and it is nowhere near finished. What will the judge decide in the next hearing? Will Bravo be forced to testify? Will more housewives get dragged into this legal war? The answers are coming faster than anyone can handle. Stay locked in, babies, because part 2 is going to be even darker, more dangerous, and more explosive than anything we've seen so far. Oh my god, babies. Can you even breathe after everything we just uncovered? Kyle Richards and Erika Jayne are in handcuffs, their mugshots are everywhere, and they just faced the judge after brutally attacking Dorit Kemsley in her own home. The leaked tapes, the courtroom chaos, and that explosive Bravo executive recording have turned this into the biggest scandal in Real Housewives history. Now I need to hear from you right now. Drop your hottest, most savage take in the comments below. I read every single one. Do you think Kyle and Erika deserve to go to prison for what they did? Or did Dorit push them too far with her secret recordings? Was this violent attack pure revenge or justified self-defense? Should Bravo cancel the entire Beverly Hills franchise after this disaster? And most importantly, if that final tape proves a top executive was involved in the plot, should the whole Real Housewives empire be shut down forever? Type Team Dorit if you're standing with her and want full justice. Type Team Kyle and Erika if you believe they are the real victims of a calculated takedown. Be honest. Be brutal. The more controversial and fiery your comments, the faster this video spreads like wildfire. If this story shocked you to your core, smash that like button right now. Smash it even harder if you want to see Kyle and Erika face real prison time. If you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. This was only part 1. In part 2, I'm bringing you the full courtroom footage details, what the judge decides next, whether Kyle and Erika get released or stay locked up, and Dorit's next deadly legal move that could end everything. The handcuffs are on. The mugshots are out. The tapes are still rolling. And the next 72 hours will decide who survives this war and who gets completely destroyed. Turn on your notifications and stay dangerous. I'll see you in the next video. What's your verdict? Comment right now.